Hello everyone, this is Tina, Eclectic Treasure Hunter, and it's been a while. But as I was decorating for Christmas this year, I thought, you know what, I should do a follow-up video from last year's Santa mug video that I did with my daughters where we unboxed that mystery box of Santa mugs. And I just thought, well, I'll just share with you that yes, I still have them and I've actually added to my collection. So let me zoom in here a little closer and pardon the lighting. If you've watched any of my other videos, I have terrible lighting here, so there's going to be some shadows, and I tried to accommodate with a floor lamp here. Anyway, so yes, I still have my Santa mugs, and I've added this Fitz and Floyd teapot and creamer and sugar, and they may not be strictly vintage, but I do really like the looks of them, and I got them for a steal. So you know, that's how I thrift most of my stuff, is I thrift it myself. There are some pieces I do buy, like this back here. I got that from Michael, Cult of Vintage. He's a YouTube reseller, and that's a Holt Howard tray. Absolutely love that. And I also purchased this from Pamela Blanchard. Oh, sorry about the shadow. And I got this off of her Whatnot sale, and then she is Pamabama on Whatnot, but Pamela Blanchard on YouTube. Fun stuff that they both sell. And then the next shelf continues my collection. And let's see. Oh, I added the mice knee huggers. If you can see them past some of the shadow here. And I found that old candy tin. I thought makes a great riser. I've added a few more of the shot glass Santas. And I thrifted those trays, the little pedestals, the cake plates from Goodwill. So those will come in handy now and for other holidays. And I'm going to try to back up and not block the light here. But let me adjust the light. Maybe this way. I'm going to step in front of it for a second. Probably should have stayed where I was at. All right, we'll work with it. You'll work with me, right? Okay, so they're on a spotlight now. So I've expanded my boot collection, or if you didn't know, I have a boot collection as well, the Santa boots. The big red one in the back is actually made of like a cardboard material, and it's really old. I don't know for sure how old, but it's pretty old. And I found those pixies this year, those 3 pixie that I have, they're knee huggers. I got the Coca-Cola Santa this year. And let's see. Oh, this green boot I got from Misty, Thrifter Junker. I am so sorry, Misty. I do this every time. Thrifter Hunter. Oh my goodness. Thrifter Junker Vintage Hunter. I just have to say it fast. That's the key, I think. And I've been watching you for like years now. And I love this little Santa. So I've added those to my collection. Now I'm going to pan over here and show you some of my other vintage stuff. So I thought it'd be fun to update you on my Santa mugs, that I still have them. That was such a fun video to do. I'll try to step back here, and I kind of just have the top 3 shelves on each side done. I got some other stuff. And I'm sure as I keep collecting, I'll be filling all these shelves each year. We'll start on the top shelf this time. And well, here's the funny thing. I've actually tried videotaping this a couple of times, and then I realized I was really happy with the first time I did it, and I realized I had it in the camera in the wrong position. So here I am trying to videotape it again. But this top shelf is some new sleighs, because I also collect the sleighs, and some old postcards, vintage postcards. I love this sleigh with the deer. Okay, so 99% of my stuff is vintage, but that candy cane came from Walmart this year. But it was just like the perfect size. I have it on a riser, but it just, I thought, oh, I like that size. It's just tabletop size. And then down here, I like to use the sleighs to put candy in as well. I believe one of those Santas, maybe the one on the right, is new this year. His water's kind of evaporating or something out of his belly, but... And then this jolly fellow with the other jolly fellows is new this year. I do not know who makes him. I should have looked more closely. Yeah, the sticker's gone on that. It's a bank, and he is just in pristine condition. That cold paint is perfect. Just love the mustache and the expression. Jolly is just what comes to mind. And I have some vintage boxes. Oh, that's a bad shadow. I'm sorry. Some little gift tags. And I like to use vintage foliage. That just, to me, makes it right, you know, but not all the time can you find that. That's about as, sometimes as elusive as the other vintage stuff. And then down here on this shelf, I am so tickled with this elf boot. I saw that and I'm like, that is mine. And I'm going to probably use that for other holidays as well, but that just was perfect. And then I found these just a couple weeks ago, the mushroom with the little angels, little flower picks. Those are fantastic. Then, of course, the vintage Christmas books. I love those. Some more knee huggers, or a knee hugger, and the elf with the lamppost, which I did have him already. Some more vintage Christmas boxes. That is a Christ, and she's kind of missing her jimmy eyes, so she's a little spooky, but she has deers on a leash. Looks like I need to fix that one leash. There's the other boo I got from Misty's Hill, and I was really pleased because I didn't have either one of those styles, so these are, you know, a new addition that really worked out well. I was super happy. My mom had this snowman. I'm like, Mom, that's really cool. She goes, well, don't you remember that? And I'm like, well, kinda, I guess. She goes, well, it's older than you. She goes, I always put it up every year. And I'm like, oh, wow. So, and I'm like, well, when you're done putting it up for yourself, I got dibs on it. And she goes, I'll just give it to you now. That way we won't worry about it. So thanks, Mom. And then I have my sleigh. I love the spaghetti on that and the mercury beads. So that kind of finishes. And then I got another gift tag. I used a little flower frog, I guess. Oops. Usually the snow covers that. I probably bumped it. So there's those shells. Now, I was also extremely lucky and was able to win this vintage Santa wreath from one of Misty's cells. Her friend Cindy made this, and it is full, completely full of vintage Santas. And, it's perfect for me. So I was so lucky to win this. And look at the sleigh. Some flocked like Santas. the little mugs, little shot cups. Here's another pole dancing Santa. I mean, it's just perfect. This looks like a little honeycomb one. Every time I look at this, it's like I see a different Santa on here. This one is probably my favorite because he looks like he has buck teeth. I just love it. And I don't know if you saw on my shelf, but I had some little cone ones like that as well. I mean, they're just all sizes, all kinds. This is just perfect. I'm so happy. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Misty, for selling this. And I just was so happy when I got the bid. And I have it on the inside of my apartment door. I mean, I have great neighbors and everything, but I'm just afraid if there's a lot of, strangers that come through here, and so I just feel more comfortable with it where I can view it on the inside and appreciate it. So I love it. So I'm going to pan over here and pardon the mess because yes, I still eBay and still have all my eBay stuff, but I was really lucky with the thrifting goddesses this year and was able to find one of the harder to find ceramic trees, the deviled egg tree. These are supposed to hold deviled eggs, but I want to display it, I want to use it, and I'm just so thrilled that I was able to get this at a wonderful price. It's a ceramic vintage tree, and it's supposed to come apart into 4 pieces, but whoever had it glued it all together, so it does not come apart anymore. It was a little tricky for me to wash up. I was a little nervous about that because my sink's not really big, but got it all washed up and put some candies in it. I think it looks great. I'm so excited to get that. And this vintage tablecloth is from Misty, Thrifter Junker Vintage Hunter. See, got it. Say it fast. One of her sales. Looks great with this. And then I was also blessed by the thrifting goddess to get a ceramic lava tree this year. I was dumbfounded. My jaw dropped when I saw this on a local auction, and I was like, oh my God, that can't be, so, and I really thought, oh, it'll go way higher than what I can do. And it didn't. And I was thrilled to death. And then after I went to pick it up, I found out not only was it lava, but it's also a music box. And it plays Oh Christmas Tree, Oh Tannenbaum. But I don't know if I should be playing that too much, so I'm going to talk over it so I don't get in trouble. It is the star on top, which is very common, is broken off. And sometime I will try to drill that out as gently as possible and put a new star in it at some time. But it does have the mica, like, glitter. Let's see if I can find some that glitters. The camera, there's on it. I love the color of the bulbs because it has some like turquoisey. They kind of show up more blue, but in regular light they're more turquoisey, and it has purples, and I just love it. Absolutely thrilled to death that I was able to get this on my Holy Grail list with that other one. And then I actually found another one of those Santas today. Again, not today, but again, in excellent condition, and the price I was finding both of these was amazing. And I will try to look up later to see if this sticker says who made this and add it in the description below. But it is the spaghetti on it is just wonderful. Another great shape. We got some little vintage. I got those at Goodwill. salt and pepper shakers. They were just too cute not to pick up. One of my favorite tins that I have. And notice I say tins because yes, I have tins. All kinds of tins. And I love this little vintage Christmas tree here. It's a mini, and it has its base. It's just a perfect size for my apartment, actually. And I did have that one last year. This is a new Santa I got this year. This was made, they're no longer in business, by Kay Finch. She was a woman entrepreneur, I believe 50s, 60s, 70s in that area. She was known for a lot of her whimsical animals and whimsical type pottery. She had an interesting story. Maybe sometime I'll do a video on her or some of the other women entrepreneurs that were in ceramics and potteries. So that was a really fun one to find. And again, in really good condition. Now, I didn't get my tinsel tree up this year. Well, I don't have it up yet. I still might have time. But I've just kind of got myself, there's my dog toys. My dog's toys. Let me rephrase that. My dog's toys. Tore some ligaments in my foot. So, I'm not sure if I'm going to get my tree up this year. This may be my tree this year. Or our tree. I share my apartment with my youngest daughter. And but I do have a tinsel tree, but you know, sometimes you just might have to switch things up a little bit every once in a while. But maybe I'll do a video each year of what I've added, you know, and show you the different ways I'll decorate with them. I try to do it a little different each time, but anyway. Thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a happy holidays, happy new year if you watch this in the next year or after the holidays. Hope everybody is in good health.